In the Star Wars Legends video game Dark Forces, Kyle Katarn investigates and destroys a secret Imperial weapons project known as the Dark Trooper. They were very deadly, very advanced battle droids that were fortunately destroyed before they could be put into widespread use against the Rebellion. In the Star Wars Rebels Season 3 episode The Winkathu Job, we see an Imperial Sentry droid that looks very reminiscent of the Phase 2 Dark Trooper, and in fact the show's creators confirmed their design was inspired by the game. So in this video we'll be comparing the Canon Sentry droids to the Legends Dark Trooper. And I do know technically the Dark Trooper is somewhat canon because of Star Wars Commander, but I tend to take story-driven content over a mobile game, so everything I mention regarding the Dark Trooper is referencing the Legends versions. Starting with the canon material, the Sentry droids could be seen guarding an Imperial freighter. One droid patrolled the ship and would imprison any unauthorized intruders it came across. If the intruders became hostile, the remaining droids would activate and provide backup. They were imposing and heavily armored, and modified E-11 blaster rifles were built into their arms. Moving on to Legends, there were actually 4 different phases of Dark Trooper, numbered 0 through 3. Phase 0 was composed of aged clone troopers that were turned into cyborgs, so they weren't actually battle droids. Phase 1 was armed with a sword and a shield, and was mostly just a test for Phases 2 and 3. Phase 2 was the most prominent Dark Trooper unit, and the one that shares the most similarities with the Sentry droids. Finally, Phase 3 was meant to be the epitome of the project as basically a beefed up version of Phase 2, but the project was destroyed before it could see any major combat. So let's jump back to Phase 2 and focus on that. Visually, it was much more bulky and intimidating than the Sentry droids. They had heavier armor and weaponry, more versatility, and more independence. Their armor was made of a nearly indestructible metal called frick. They had jump packs built into their backs and were armed with an assault cannon, frag grenades, thermal detonators, and concussion grenades. Only a handful of them were able to take out an entire rebel base by themselves. Compare that to the Sentry droids, who couldn't even handle this guy. To boil it down, the Sentry droids are nothing compared to the Dark Troopers. Other than the basic idea of an Imperial battle droid and the fact that they look somewhat similar, they're almost nothing alike. Dark Troopers would eat Sentry droids for breakfast, and when it comes down to it, I don't think it's even a fair comparison or one that the showrunners intended. I don't think the creators of Rebels meant for the Sentry droids to replace Dark Troopers, it was just an homage. Although personally, I would have loved to see a plot revolving around them causing some more serious trouble for the Rebels. That's it for today. If you haven't already, please like and share this video, subscribe to the channel to see new Star Wars videos every day, follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook, and consider checking out my Patreon page. As always, thanks for watching, and may the Force be with you.